The Montauk Project. The Montauk Project began in 1943 when the destroyer escort USS Eldridge traveled through space and time in a top-secret U.S. government invisibility experiment to foil radar dubbed the Philadelphia Experiment. When the destroyer's crew returned to our reality, some sailors were embedded in the bulkhead. Many of the disoriented survivors were irreparably damaged mentally and physically. A cover-up ensued. Mathematical genius and inventor of the modern computer, Dr. John von Neumann, continued the Philadelphia Experiment research to find out why interdimensional travel for humans is so deadly. Brookhaven National Laboratories on Long Island, New York, became the center of his research. Dr. von Neumann relied on the vast resources of the U.S. military, industrial, and congressional complex to finance his work. He also had the added advantage of an immense database of Nazi psychological research captured by the Allies. Von Neumann's goal: link human minds to machines by combining computer technology with complex radio equipment. Von Neumann created a virtual mind-reading machine that enables psychics to implant thoughts. People can now be manipulated and controlled. The U.S. Congress disbands the project, but a secret, well-financed group establishes a new research facility at Camp Hero in Montauk, New York in the 1960s with the approval of the U.S. military to use von Neumann's mind control technology to control enemy minds. The Montauk Project was born. Why Camp Hero? Because the camp had a large SAGE radar antenna that emitted a frequency of approximately 400 to 425 megahertz, the same band used to enter the consciousness of a human mind and influence behavior. By 1972, and with no funding from the U.S. military, Camp Hero in Montauk, New York was the location for countless horrific mind control experiments conducted underground on all life forms. The Montauk Project achieved a major breakthrough when the thoughts of psychics were amplified with hardware that enabled them to create matter. Researchers discovered that manifested matter could appear at different times depending on what time the psychic was thinking about. A time vortex was eventually opened back to 1943 and the original Philadelphia Experiment. Later, aliens appeared and gave the Montauk Project researchers etheric technology to travel through hyperspace. A permanent time tunnel was then built. The Montauk Project ended in August of 1983 when a former victim of experimentation unleashed a beast from his unconsciousness, forcing the researchers to flee. Camp Hero's underground entrances and air shafts were filled with cement.